A contractor for the PennEast Pipeline Company was in Holland Township for the last 2 days, collecting test borings as part of survey work for the project. The drilling took place less than 200 feet from the Delaware River. It's a scenic area where the proposed pipeline would emerge after crossing underneath the Delaware. Bob Rader lives next door. He monitored the activities and took pictures.
I noticed that there were two hoses, one going down to the pond to draw water and one discharging into the pond. A pristine pond filled with wildlife, and I think the Riverkeeper has taken pictures of it in its pristine state. And I noticed that there was discharge going into the pond, fouling the pond, and it's discolored at this point in time.
The Delaware Riverkeeper network was on hand to record video of the boring. Wastewater from the process was clearly flowing from the site and downhill into the spring-fed pond.
Really important that somebody get down here and be able to witness the pollution discharge that's in fact happening.
Rader and the Delaware Riverkeeper network contacted the New Jersey DEP numerous times during the day to report the problem.
The DEP's response initially was very concerning. In fact, Bob multiple times reported the pollution incident to their hotline number. When I followed up with them a couple hours later, got fed around from person to person for a little while, and then what became clear was that they had misidentified the location of the drilling operations and the pollution incident, and rather than recording it as being in Holland Township, Hunterdon County, New Jersey, they were talking about a non-existent incident happening in Evesham Township, Burlington County, and as a result, nothing was happening.
An investigator from the Hunterdon County Health Department arrived about an hour after the work stopped. He surveyed the environmental damage and said he would send the DEP a report. Another issue, DEP officials say the company didn't have their permits at the time they were conducting the work.
And what we discovered was that, in fact, all that time from the 20th through the 21st until they stopped their drilling operations on or about 12:31 o'clock, they were actually drilling without the necessary permitting from the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection. What we also learned by talking with New Jersey DEP representatives was that they only applied for their permit on or about 2:33, and the permit was issued on or about 1:14 in the afternoon. And I know those times sound backwards. They sounded backwards to us. They sounded backwards to the DEP official who told me about the times. So we're going to be looking into that. But nonetheless, the permit was only issued after the drilling operations had been ongoing for a day and a half and had actually finished for the day because of the vigilant efforts of Bob, of another concerned resident, Lorraine, and because of the efforts of the Delaware Riverkeeper network.
Van Rossum says the handling of this incident demonstrates the state DEP doesn't have the resources to monitor pipeline projects.
And as a result, we are having violation after violation take place that results in the degradation of our natural environment, of our human environment, of public lands, of private lands, and of natural areas. And look, the PennEast Pipeline Company hasn't even filed their application with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission yet, and we already have a despoilation of a beautiful, fresh spring-fed pond here along the edge of the Delaware River. So the project hasn't even submitted its application yet, and we already have a despoiling, a pollution event in a spring-fed pond found in the floodway of the Delaware River. This does not bode well for the PennEast Pipeline project, and I think this is what we've experienced with other pipeline projects. As soon as these companies engage in their activities, whether it's surveying, whether it's test boring and test drilling, or whether it's actual construction, maintenance, and operation, they harm our environment, they harm our communities, they inflict an incredible level of damage that is irreparable and inexcusable.